up is Sierra Clark.
At a required paid staff meeting on district property during work hours, with paid breakfast using public funds, employees were subjected to partisan political advocacy. This meeting was allowed by this board, and the responsibility for it rests with all of you. Staff were told that public education was under attack and that its survival depends on voting.
We are under attack, and if we're going to survive, we need your help. What I'm talking about is we need your help in voting.
And the district needs help electing legislators who support public education.
We need your help electing legislators who support public education. Our mission and our ability to carry on the mission of public education depends on it.
They were told that only Republican votes matter in the May primary and that the general election is a rubber stamp on who wins. They were given deadlines and instructions on party affiliation. QR codes were handed out by some of those sitting behind me, directing them where they could change or select their political party. At what point does a mandatory publicly funded staff meeting turn into a campaign event? When an elected board chairman goes off script and pressures employees to vote in a particular party's primary.
It's just a matter of fact. If you aren't affiliated as a Republican and you don't vote in the May primary, you will have zero say in who represents you at the legislature. The general election in November is just a rubber stamp of who wins in May.
Reminds them that their votes can sway an election.
You all sitting in this room are basically enough to swing the election. Throw in a spouse or a friend or two who hasn't historically voted, who you convince to turn out and vote, and I promise you, those of you in this room will control who wins our primary election in May and who governs us and who chooses which bills affect public education in Idaho. I promise you that.
And urges them to recruit their friends and family while offering to personally advise them on candidates.
So if you guys have any questions about who supports public education or who doesn't, I am at your disposal. So you can find my email on the district website very easily.
This is electioneering using public resources.
Unfortunately, there's quite a few who have managed to get elected to our legislature whose goals don't align with those of us who support public education.
Now I have a trivia question.
Let me give you a trivia question.
Approximately 13,000 in district funds were used for that meeting. How many paper copies could have that paid for? Somebody throw me a number?
Somebody throw me a number.
Well, 325,000 classroom copies. Copies teachers are often told to ration. Now, disclaimers don't erase conduct.
I'm not telling you who to vote, or how to vote, or who to affiliate with, or anything.
And Idaho law looks at authority, context, and effect. And the effect here was political pressure on a captive audience.
There will be candidates running who believe in public education, and there will be candidates who don't.
After the meeting, the chairman was recorded naming an elected official, telling staff to look up her Substack, calling her views insane, and what we're up against. That confirms what exactly this meeting was.
Okay, so what? Our legislators like to micromanage public education. How does this affect me and you, and why should we care?
Okay, so what? Our district and our board members like to micromanage public education. How does this affect me and you, and why should I care? Well, you should care because public schools are not political forums and taxpayer dollars are not campaign tools.
There's probably between 500 and 600 of you in the room here. So add a spouse and a friend, and you've swung every vote in this county. And the same goes for the other districts
I
around.
had district emails that existed at one point, but when I later requested those same emails through a public record request, they were not provided, and I was told they do not exist. But you all want to preach transparency. But where there is transparency, there is accountability, and where there is accountability, there is liability. Thank you.